Hey y'all, it's your girl Lex, and welcome back to another weekly wrap-up with Blok-TV News. So let's get into the tea about DaBaby and DaniLeigh. Now, I'm sure all you guys saw all over Twitter, all over Instagram, that apparently DaniLeigh and DaBaby are dipping and flipping again. And apparently, a year ago, he was flipping and dipping with Dani, and then he went back to flipping and dipping with his baby mama. So now that he's back with Dani, Dani is letting everybody know that DaBaby is her baby. So what you're telling me is he's been dipping and flipping and flipping and dipping and dipping and flipping and flipping and dipping and dipping and flipping and flipping and dipping and dipping and flipping and flipping and dipping between the two of them. So Dani, hunty, sis, what makes you think he's not gonna go back to his baby mama again? Word on the street is apparently the reason why DaBaby keeps messing around with Dani is because according to his PR in the public eye, it looks way better for him to be with Dani instead of his baby mama. So that's why he keeps playing around with the both of them. In other news, Lil Wayne reportedly sold his masters to the Universal Music Group for an estimated $100 million, y'all.
What was that? What the fuck?
This got revealed when Wayne's former manager, Ronald Sweeney, who was fired in 2018, filed a lawsuit for $20 million against Wayne for unpaid wages. So now, I know y'all thinking that $100 million is a lot of money, but honestly, that seems like a discount to me. I mean, we are talking about Weezy, arguably the best rapper of this generation, and after all that fighting with Birdman, and all that going back and forth to get his masters and his money, you mean to tell me he turns around and sells all of it for a fraction of what it's worth? I don't know what's going on, but I'm blaming Baby for this one.
Bruh.
Hey y'all, before we continue, I just want to give you a fair trigger warning. We are about to talk about the Shia LaBeouf and FKA Twigs tea, and that has to do with a lot of abuse and relationship abuse. So if that's triggering for you, you might want to skip ahead in the video. Otherwise, here we go, y'all. Let's get to it. Shia LaBeouf is in trouble in these streets because FKA Twigs is suing his ass for sexual battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress. The documents state that just after Valentine's Day in 2019, the musician FKA Twigs was in a car speeding toward Los Angeles, and at the wheel of that car was Shia LaBeouf. And apparently he was driving extremely recklessly, taking off his seatbelt, and threatening to crash the car if she didn't confess her love to him right then and there.
Just do it!
The gas station incident is at the heart of the lawsuit that says Mr. LaBeouf, age 34, abused FKA Twigs physically, emotionally, and mentally during the entire duration of the relationship, which lasted just under a year. Later on in the week, singer Sia also stated that Shia LaBeouf had abused her in their former relationship as well. Sia stated on social media, and I quote, "I too was emotionally hurt by Shia LaBeouf, who's also a pathological liar. He conned me into an adulterous relationship while claiming that he was single. I believe he's very sick, and I pray for him and his victims. Just know that if you love yourself, stay safe and stay away." Here are some of the things that were covered in the documents. He would frequently grab and bruise her. He choked her in her sleep. He convinced her to move in with him in his LA home and away from her family in London. He would say things about her music management team to make her feel paranoid. He kept a loaded gun near his bed. He forced her to sleep naked every night. He wouldn't allow her to look at or talk to other men. He gave her an STD, which he never told her about. Nasty. When she finally planned on leaving him, he turned up while she was packing, violently grabbed her, and locked her in another damn room. So you mean to tell me the entire time you had a steaming peen?
That's nasty.
Throw the whole man away next. Joe Budden got dragged, y'all, for insinuating that there was something going on between Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion behind the scenes. And not in a good way. Excuse me, y'all. Where is that lie? Can somebody help me find the lie, please? Because I just really can't seem to find the lie. Alright, y'all, this concludes another weekly wrap-up with Blok TV News. Don't forget to comment, like the video, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'm your girl Lex, and I will see y'all next week. Bye! In other news, hey y'all! Welcome back to Blok. Okay, we good.